Hey, James here, and I have another public speaking tip for you. Look, this is really easy. We've already had a little bit of chat about the things you can do to get your mind into the game to say, like, I'm excellent, I can do this. The fact that you can say you're excellent, I can do this as many times as you like, but if you have not practiced and do not know what you're going to be talking about, you're doomed and you will never do well. Well, here's a little hint on how you can get to that point where you know what you're going to speak about. And it actually makes it a little bit easier for you to present something. This is common sense. You already know this, but we spend so much time, whether we're students or professors or business folks or potential TEDx speakers or creative morning speakers, or you're getting invited somewhere. Look, if you're going to get up and speak to people and present something, you need to know it. Simple as that. If you're going to get up and speak to people, you need to speak about the thing you are passionate about and the thing you know everything about. You need to speak about things that are you. Your hobbies, your education, your life, there's a million of them. Now, here's the catch, or here's the moment. When you think about you, and you might say, oh, I'm a great gamer, I'm a programmer, I'm a gardener, I do beekeeping, I'm a juicer, I'm a composter, I'm a jogger, all of these things. We all have a gajillion things, truly, at least a gajillion things that we can talk about. Are you going to talk about those things? Of course not. Why are you not going to talk about them? I know, you're thinking, and at this moment you're thinking, I know, you're thinking, you know why you're not going to talk about, your yoga stuff or your ability to cook the almighty fluffiest pancake in the world, or your ability to diagnose car ailments? You know why you're not going to talk about that? Because in your mind, the stuff about you, the stuff you live, the stuff you know everything about is boring. How many times have you sat down with someone and said, hey, how was your day? What's new? Nothing new. But you were away from this place for 12 hours. Nothing new. Well, what'd you do all day? Nothing. My life's boring. You see what I'm saying? When we think about things we're going to talk about, or you can potentially speak about, they need to be things that are related to you, that you know about, and that are something that you can really gnaw into and elaborate on. Those things are all things about you. Only you think your life is boring. To everybody else, everything you do is interesting. I know. You're saying, come on, James. I know. It is 100% true. Everything about everybody else is interesting. The smallest thing about everybody else is interesting. Except it's not interesting to them because they live it, they do it, they're involved in it. But if you sit down with someone, and hold on, let me back up. The test. How's the test that everything about everyone else is interesting? The test is, you're sitting in a room. Someone walks in. What instantly happens? We all look. When you look, are you just looking to see who came in? Or do you do a very quick assessment? Of course you do a quick assessment review. You're looking at what are they wearing, how are they walking, what's their smile like, what's their hair looking like, what kind of shoes they got on, what kind of perfume or cologne are they wearing. You are looking at all these things. And then when you see someone walk in with, some great shoes on, what do? You go, oh, wonder where they got those, wonder why they got those, wonder what those are all about. Those are 3 different topics right there. Everything about you, the minutiae about you, and the most boring, inconsequential things are interesting to everybody else. So, once you start thinking like this, that everything about you is interesting, it now opens up a wide door of things you can talk about and explain. And let me tell you something, because you all know this. Look, if you're a gardener, you can explain the process of planting your seeds, the soil issues, the water issues, lighting. You can talk for at least 4 minutes about that. If you're someone who loves gaming, you can talk for at least 4 minutes about your favorite game, what you like about it, how you got into gaming, where you game, what's interesting about your favorite game, what are the pitfalls of gaming. That's 5 different points that you could talk about because you're a gamer. If you love to cook, you can walk someone through how to cook your favorite dish and why you love that dish. And look, the thing about talking about you, say you're just doing an informative talk or an introductory talk. The thing is, and this is the beauty, the thing is, if you bring that passion, you bring that show to that conversation about gardening, about cooking, about gaming. Look, I'm not a gamer, and I don't plan on becoming a gamer, but I am absolutely interested in your gaming stories, and I'm really interested in your gaming story if you can make it quite the show for me. Vocal variety, eye contact, excitement. And I can join the ride. Everything about you is interesting. Everything about you is a potential topic. And those things about you are the things you can talk for hours and hours and hours on. Literally. Which makes you and the things that you do as potential topics for speaking. It makes those things, the challenge becomes, how do you take something that you know everything about and you live and love and can just go on and on and on? How do you bring it down into a manageable presentation? If that's your problem, that's a good problem to have, isn't it? Think about it for a minute. Relax, relax, relax. You got to relax. You need to prepare. But it's a lot of work to prepare, but it's a lot of fun work if I'm preparing and talking about something I love. And I know things about. It could be accounting. It could be HR. It could be political science. It could be law. It could be. If you love something, you can bring it to life for an audience. And those are the things you want to talk about. And if you talk about the things you know and that you love and that you can just dive right into and bring enthusiasm to, then it's easy to get relaxed. And honestly, it's easy for you to start thinking about getting up on stage. So, that big tip number 3, if you're going to be doing a talk, only ever talk about things you know. Only ever talk about things you care about, because those things you can prepare. If you're going to talk about stuff you don't know anything about, and look, hey, let's be honest, it does happen. Those talks are never going to be your best talks because you don't have any investment with it. You don't know it. You might know it down the road. But those talks are just going to be paint by number. Got to do this, got to do this, got to do that, got to get going here. But they'll never be your best talks. Your best talks are always going to be about things that you are fundamentally connected to. That's going to be your best talk. So hey, remember, everything about you, everything you do is interesting to everyone else. And because it's interesting to everyone else, it's a potential topic to talk on. There you go. Another tip from me, James, and more to come.